Hey, so I am coming to talk to y'all today about um, feeling comfortable to stay as you are. Um, there are three different types of emotions that I think is taking us out drastically in our communication. Um, it would be anger, um, people emotionally dumping, and numbness. Um, yeah, I fell under anger for sure. And I hated people to say that because I never felt like I was the initiator. I just felt like I was reactionary. Like, if you called this out of me, you deserve whatever came, you know? And we like to get stuck in, like, take me for who I am, but why do you get to just elbow through? Like, why do we feel comfortable just being like, my life has created this tension and this anger in me, and I'm gonna just plow through everybody else because my shit. It's something I had to really think about. Like, yeah, there was things that caused me to be angry. I'm not gonna say that it's not justified, but after the moment passes and you don't deal in that moment as you should, I think you're I think we hold on to it as um, a way of kind of um, verifying that it was real, verifying that for us that it was real. Like, if we let those feelings go, we'll make it okay to let those people do that to us again. But the thing in our choices as adults is we don't have to let that person do that again. We can register that it was messed up and make a choice to do better for ourselves. Like, we don't need people to do better for us. We have to do better for us. And I wanted to speak on anger first because that's a personal place to me. But I've also went through numbness, and I was just on autopilot going through things. Um, but when you're in a numb place, like, you just let things get the best of you, that um, you're scared to feel anything. And there's somebody sitting numb right now that don't even know that that's what it's about. Like, so much trauma has happened to you that you don't want to feel anything anymore. You'll do whatever you can do to stay numb because you just don't think you can take any more. Like, it's a hard place to be in. It's a really hard place to be in. And emotions will hurt. Man, when I got to expressing myself, it was so painful because I just had held so much in that I just emotionally dumped. Just start letting all this stuff come out of me, and it's frenzied. It's just all over the place because you just never got to. You never had a safe place to discuss it. You never had a person you felt safe with discussing it with. So when it happens, oh, it's a fucking mess. It's ugly. It's all over the place. Um, and you'll just cry for a while. Like, now that you open that up about yourself, you'll just need to release. It took me a few days, y'all. I'm not even joking. Like, when I finally opened that door, I think I just cried for, yeah, like 4 or 5 days. And it was so heavy on my partner. Not because I don't feel like it was because he didn't want to be there for me. I think he did. I just think he also didn't know how to deal with those emotions because he had not yet been there, you know. So me just letting out years of stuff, um, yeah, I was emotionally dumping, and I didn't even realize that there has to be a way about you becoming aware in that way. Um, hey, it happened like that for me, and I'm doing okay on the other side. But it was a struggle in my relationship because I just laid so much on his plate, and he hadn't even dealt with his own stuff. That yeah, we were just stuck in what to do with it for a while. So if you are now realizing that you're numb, I would say just start journaling everything heavy you carry. And I think once you start writing that out and start processing it with yourself, like, yeah, it was real. It did happen to me. And it hurt me so bad. Like, I can't even believe somebody would want to hurt me like that. Like, you have to process through all of that to get to the other side of it. Because that's what you're struggling with. Like, what in the world did I do for somebody to do me like that? And people are who they are. It's not about you. Like, it really isn't about you. Like, I struggled for a long time with my mom saying like she didn't remember things, you know. And I think that's what caused me to be numb. Not just my mom, but people in general. Like things happening to me, and um, people not really having a recollection about it, or you're like, how did you forget that? Like it's something so traumatizing in my life. How could you just step over that? But when people are in their own emotional shit that they're not dealing with, they're carrying their pain in the same way you're carrying yours. And it's just playing out differently. And so some people that got hurt, they'll just want to be the bully now. Like they'll just want to be the top dog because they're like, that won't happen to me again. And others of us just get so empathetic to that kind of pain. It's like, why would you ever do that to somebody if you know what it feels like? But things affect people in different ways, and we have to be understanding of that because we're trying to live amongst other humans. Like, we're not trying to just be in a world of ourselves. And um, the numbness is cold. It's cold to the people that are trying to be there for you and love you. Um, and some people won't even notice because they're in the same place as you. You're just around each other being numb together. And I guess you won't change it until you become aware, like, this isn't, I want happy. I don't want numb. And to get to that happy, you'll have to feel sadness and anger and sometimes rage. But after you process through it, there is another side. And to the emotional dumpers, um, yeah, I've had my moments for sure. Where I just like needed to release some stuff, and it might have been too much for the person um, that I was sharing with. What I would say to you, because it's important for you to express your emotions. It really is. I would just say for you to check in with the person you're talking to see if they have space for that day. I think that that's how you move unaware with the people that are emotional dumpers. Um, that you're so consumed with your feelings and feeling overwhelmed or feeling hurt that it consumes everything. Like, if all you want to share is pain, it leaves no room for joy. Like, if every time you talk to somebody, you're just unloading and unloading on them, without checking in to be like, I got a lot going on. Do you have emotional availability for me? It's a fair question because I think that you're so consumed with what's going on with you that you just want to unleash it. But other people have their own things going on too. Like, they have their own things going on, and so now they're dealing with their things and feeling empathy for your pain. Um, and with people that emotionally dump a lot, I don't know that you're solution based. Like, I think that you're so consumed with your emotion that you don't never take a minute to just step back. Like, what is my part in my pain? Like, what am I doing that will keep this in a cycle in my life? Like, what about me keeps allowing this kind of pain? And um, we're so complex. Like, we're so complex as humans that um, you need all of it. Like, you need the warrior, you need the emotional side, you need the joy, you need the I ain't having it, you need the I understand. You need all of it. Like, we need all of it to be good people. The anger, the numbness, the emotionally dumping, you plow drive with people that are trying to connect with you, because I think trauma has got the best of you in a way where you're like, I can't trust you. You know, you can't trust anybody because of what your past has taught you. But I say give yourself more credit. Like, our intuition is something crazy. It's something so powerful that, yeah, your body will react to you being in the wrong situations or places. I think that, yeah, once you just start getting to know you, getting to know the things you're struggling with, getting to know your real pain, getting to know what you need to feel better in the day, healthy. Not talking about substances, I'm talking about real self healing that you can overcome your struggles in a day with yoga, meditation, journaling. Have conversations with yourself. People make it want that to be so crazy, like, oh, look at them talking to themselves. Like, yeah, I ain't saying just go sit outside and have a whole full blown conversation for people to be staring at you. It definitely is important for you to check in with yourself and see where you're at and what you need, so you can share that with the people around you, and not just expecting people to have an answer for you on how they should show up or what you need. You know you better than anybody else. And for us to sit in a world and want people to mind read instead of just speaking our piece, it's getting pretty insane, guys. It's getting pretty crazy that we would want somebody to read our mind instead of just speaking our piece.